3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up, Sci Fam? It's your boy Nickel here. I want to teach you about cellular respiration. So that's what we're going to title our page. Cellular respiration. All right, let's learn about it. So you can see that we're going to define it. We're going to do a chemical formula, and we're going to define what ATP is. So to kick it off here, cellular respiration is a process that cells go through to convert the food that we eat into energy. And the energy, we actually have something that we call the energy. It's tough because it's something that is talked about a lot, is how much energy we have. But in a cell, the energy is actually a molecule that our cells create that's called ATP. So cellular respiration is just the process that cells go through in order to convert our food into actual energy, and that energy is called ATP. So cellular respiration occurs inside of the mitochondria. Now this is kind of like photosynthesis in a way. Photosynthesis is how plants get energy. Well, the opposite of that is cellular respiration. That's how animals get their energy. Photosynthesis happens inside of the chloroplast in a plant cell, and cellular respiration occurs inside the mitochondria in an animal cell. So if we were to go inside of that mitochondria, which is that little bean-shaped thing like this, if we were to zoom in, we could actually see a chemical reaction happen, which is this here below. So the chemical equation is that we eat food. And when we get that food enters our body and it's broken down into glucose. And that glucose comes from our food. The chemical formula for glucose is C6H12O6. Now we have to eat that food, but we also have to breathe. We have to breathe oxygen. And that oxygen actually reacts with the glucose from our food, and it produces carbon dioxide, which is CO2. Carbon dioxide. It also produces water, which is H2O. And as a result, we get that stuff that we were looking for. We get some ATP, which is our energy inside of the cell. So when you eat food and you breathe air, you end up producing carbon dioxide. And that's why we breathe it out. We don't want carbon dioxide in our body, and so we breathe it out to get rid of this waste, and we sweat out the water, and we also urinate to get rid of water as well. But we end up getting the thing that we want out of all of that is really the ATP. We want that energy. So anytime we get energy out of our body, we're also, every time we're producing water and carbon dioxide at the same time. And we can't get energy in our body without the oxygen that we breathe. That is really, really important. And then as we eat different foods, we get more or less glucose. So certain foods give us more or less energy. And some of them are harder to break down into energy because it's harder to make that food into glucose for our cells to use. But the end goal of cellular respiration is to create ATP. Now, what is ATP? Good question. ATP. It is an acronym for adenosine triphosphate. So the A is for adenosine, the T is for tri, and the P is for phosphate. Adenosine triphosphate is the energy currency of the cell. So next time, you just don't have a lot of energy at home, let your parents know, I'm out of ATP. I need some more ATP in my cells before I can do my chores. No, don't try that. Instead, just stand up, do your chores, get paid, or at least help out around the house, because that's even better than getting some energy in your cells, helping out. Anyway, ATP is the energy currency in animal cells and organisms. So whether we're talking about the whole organism or just the cells, ATP is that energy currency. It's what we use in order to get the energy inside of our cells. Like I said, plants, they go through photosynthesis. Animal cells, though, and animals as organisms, we want to produce that ATP, and we do it through cellular respiration, which goes on inside of the mitochondria by breaking down the glucose from our food, combining it with oxygen to produce those outputs, which are CO2, H2O, and ATP. This is the process of cellular respiration. Your cells are doing it right now, and right now, right now, and now, and now, and now, and now.